Monster Energy Supercross 2024, San Francisco Race 2, Review and Discussions. The night of the race, I unfortunately got a strike on my channel from Feld. It's annoying and definitely not good, but you know what? The 45 minutes I was live with the chat, we had a good time. There was actually many people from Australia and Brazil. Sorry the live got cut short, but what can you do? I tried. Thank you to all that came. It was fun. Hopefully you all subscribed so we can keep in touch with future races. Anyways, let's get into what you came here for, the San Fran race, rain or shine. Prior to the race, some riders did interviews, and Justin Barcia was the talk of the night as he shocked everyone with his control and win last year in East Rutherford, New Jersey at MetLife Stadium East Coast West Coast Showdown, which I was there to witness it all. Check out the Motocross Supercross playlist to find the video with the footage of the event. While you're there, feel free to check out my other content regarding other motorsports. The showdown last year was another heavy, crazy mutter, just like this San Fran race. Many were worried as Barcia acknowledged he was actually battling a viral infection and going to do his best and go with the flow. The other racer in the 450 class that was being talked about was, of course, Eli Tomac. His return to the track was the weekend prior, but as we all saw, it was not exactly what it was all pumped up to be. Agree with me or not, but Eli had said in a promo interview that he believes he's right where he left off, and well, he wasn't exactly wrong. He landed himself in the top 10 per usual. No one really extremely was impressed. In fact, many expected better and more from him, but this San Fran race, he did much better. Soon as the broadcast started, we saw Ricky Carmichael and his horrid blue old man suit return to the booth from a procedure that had him absent last weekend. But just like Eli, he was right where he had left off as well, stumbling on his words and mixing up names. Good lord, right off the bat, he mixed up gas and KTM. Like, come on. And other times, we were like yelling, just spit it the fuck out. Anyways, that's all I'm going to say about that. Before you even finish a lap on this track, you were already covered, painted brown and tan, soaked with the rain, just pouring, and well, the engine's smoking and roaring. Legit ponds and streams were forming naturally right in front of our eyes on this track. Then eventually, it just turned into a mud fest. And then during the LCQs, oh my god, the track was just trash. Just throw it away. It was sludge, ruts, and puddles. Just trash. From the 250 LCQ, Thrasher, Sanford, Freehold, and Hemp made it to the main event. From the 450 group, only Noren, Barcia, Clemson, and Clayson made it to the main event. Barcia had everyone on the edge of their seats at one point, as during the race we saw his clutch hand slip off the bar, and thank God he saved it. Unfortunately, we saw Freezy going down, flipped over the handlebars, and Justin Cooper not making it to the main event. During the 250 main event, we saw all riders wiggling on their bikes through the ruts. First lap, we saw Joe Shimoda fall and lay down in the mud, total bog down, and the clutch was totally fried. Joe Shimoda, so many people have been rooting for him, especially since he moved over to Honda. Sadly, he has not shown us the magic that we have been expecting. Does he have the time to catch up, or has he already lost the followers? Come on, Joe. We need Joe time. We also saw Hampshire fall prior to a hill bump, having some difficulty and a million tear-offs all over the track as all riders had issues with the weather and mud vision. Number 31, Jordan Smith, going smooth with over 12 seconds lead. Levi Kitchen was focused, calm, and careful as well. Meanwhile, we also witnessed Thrasher go from last place to 10th. It was starting to look like the Yamahas were taking over. During the final lap, we saw number 24, Hampshire, continue to struggle and was back in 9th. The race was completed with Jordan Smith in first, Levi Kitchen in second, and Marchbanks in third. Just like last year with Jet, Jordan Smith, decided to show how happy he was with his victory that he decided to give the audience a little more and did a mudslide. He was pretty pumped. With the rain pouring down, we have 22 riders lined up for the 450 main event. Right from the straightaway, we saw Chase shot out and got the whole shot right out of the gate drop, but got loosey-goosey and almost went down, but he wiggled a little bit and saved by holding on and staying up. Anderson and Craig went down. AC was cruising by on the inside, and Eli Tomac was trying to catch up to Chase. With 13 minutes to go, we had Saxton, Tomac, AC, Plessinger. In just about a minute later, we saw McElrath and Roxon pop in with the top riders and leaders. Then with 11 minutes to go, we see Chase with a 10-second lead. Tomac did have an advantage with his cable clutch, which held him going with a good feel on the track conditions. Going a little more forward with 8 minutes left in the race, we see Tomac catching up to Chase, closing in on the 8-second apart distance. Jet shocked many as it seemed as if he almost was afraid of the conditions. His bike was a bit stiff and higher up than others, which you would think it would be good above more levels of the muck, but he didn't put enough weight into the berm at one of the points, and bam, he just tipped over, putting him held back in 10th. Now, where is Kickstart Kenny? Or should I say, like JS7, German chocolate, during this Willy Wonka factory of mud? Kenny was 4 seconds behind Tomac with 7 minutes left to the race, which was scary for Roxon fans, as we all know stalling and a kickstart in mud and rain, well, it had us worried. But overall, he rode very well, showing much strength and consistency. Some eyes stayed glued to newcomer Prada, as he had won Heat 1 this same night. He was new to this style arena stadium Supercross racing with these conditions and started to lose control, but pulled it all off. During the race, there was not much talk or focus on Hunter Lawrence. In the last lap, we saw him in 10th with Webb behind him, who was actually a lap behind. Those rooting for Barsha found their rider back in 18th, and Malcolm Stewart, who also made his return back this season, was 3 laps behind in 22nd place. As I showed in the beginning of this video, prior to the race, I had made my votes and estimated guesses for which riders would make it into the top 10. With these results, I had 6 out of 10 correct. Pretty solid, not bad. The exact order for the end of the race was starting in first, Chase, Tomac, Roxon, McElrath, Plessinger, Ferrandis, Prado, Cincerella, Jet, and Hunter. Overall, it was a good, entertaining race. Max Volan has been getting better and better. He should be getting a podium for sure this season. Chase, very happy with his shocking calm consistency during this messy race, which shocked everyone as he didn't fall once, where usually on a perfectly fine dry track, he falls right over every time. Chase did say that during a press conference among podium winners of the 450 class, he did say he is in a much better headspace at this time round. And regarding his past mistakes, he's been taking a better route to handling it all. For Prada, he is doing excellent being new to all this, and well, I can't wait to see what else he brings to the sport.
This guy, that's how he started doing GNCCs.
Malcolm with a big endo right there.
Malcolm down. No. AC9 doing the right thing, making sure he's clear. Looks like he's okay. That's good news.
Yeah, it looks like he either got some wheel spin or he did what RJ Hampshire did, and at the base of those jumps just has a big kicker. You're not able to see him.
Hola chicos, tengo una notición que contaros. Este año vamos a tener un gran premio del Mundial de Motocross en Galicia. Y qué mejor que en el circuito municipal Jorge Prado en Lugo. Estoy súper contento. Si me lo llegan a decir hace años no me lo hubiese creído. Así que nada, agradecer al Junta de Galicia y a todos los que trabajan súper duro para que se haga esto posible. Nos vemos allí. Un abrazo.
To the A1 winner. Oh.
Down, going through. That's right after the triple jump. Oh yeah, what happened is he goes into that corner. He leans the bike over early, and there just wasn't enough resistance in the berm for him to put all that weight into the berm and it gave away.
See you in San Diego for race 3.